don't listen to new music because I don't want to be influenced by it.
Yeah.
I want to be aware. So like when something new comes out, I'll digest it.
Totally.
One time, like where's the state of music at in my mind?
Yeah.
But shelf it. So I don't listen to nothing but podcasts, nothing but comedy clips. You know what I mean? Like
you guys spend so much time on a bus.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, I just don't want to ever be in the studio and I say something like, we should write a song like.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I fear that. Like, as a comedian in y'all's world, it has to be like, a comedian has to think, we should have a bit like,
yeah. I will see, like, the odd time I see a thing where it's almost like I get inspired, like you'll see someone do something where they like tricked the audience 4 times in a row kind of thing, and you're just like, man, like, fuck, I want to try like a... Right. Like it's almost like the skill level you're seeing, you know what I mean? Where you might
like the technical skill.
Yeah, it's almost like the technical skill where you're like, I wonder if I could pull off that, or like, even something as small as like you'll see someone tell like a 5-minute story that had a minute straight with no laughs, and then it was worth it at the end. You're like, do I have the guts to like pull off a bit like that?
Right.
So I feel like I have some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But never, you never like, ooh, I want to do like a story about mushrooms because someone else did. Like that'd be nuts.
Yeah, I got a good mushroom story too. If that worked, this will work.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing,
It's like, oh, mushroom stories are in. Mushroom stories go.
Yeah. That's how the industry kind of works though, right?
I could have, for sure. And I just, exactly how music works, for sure. It's like, oh, y'all heard that new hit? And I just seen so much of that in writers' rooms that I was like, I don't want to ever be a part of that.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean? Like I don't. So I listen to podcasts, comedies, and music from like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I might get into the 90s a little bit because I think it's going to come back around.
And you're almost digesting like the energy sometimes more than you are the structure, the actual like, you know what I mean? You're like, why was this like so sick in that moment? And then you kind of like have that in you. You know what I mean? Did you find that like? Because you guys have your like Nashville squad of people that all got huge on the internet, and you know what I mean. So you don't have to really listen to any of those people, right?
No. Well, see, all the Nashville dudes we're all kind of in the submarine together, anyways. It's almost like a comedy club for us. Like if everybody was working out of this room, that's Music Row for country music.
Yeah.
So like we know all the writers. You hear songs now I'll hear country radio songs, and as soon as it starts to play, I'll be like, man, that sounds like Ashley Gurley wrote that.
Yeah.
And you'll Google
the writers,
and you'll Google it because it just feels like it has his little thumbprint on it, and you'll Google it and be like, oh yeah, that's an Ashley Gurley.
Yeah, I'll see sometimes like a female comedy like TV show and it's really funny, and I'll be like, yeah, I know a guy wrote that. Then you look, sure enough, Kurt Metzger's in the credits.